The weather forecast said it was going to chuck it down today. Might do over there. Oh, look at this. Lovely. And we haven't got masses to do today. We're going to have apparently about 3 very slow weekends because we don't want to get to Skipton too soon. Long slow days, short slow days. Doesn't matter. You're on a boat, who cares? Yeah, I wonder what they do with their body kit on there. Yeah, anyway. It's a gentle cruise to wherever we go. Not taking any chances with that fender, is he? Mind you, I'm not even sure. It's not licensed, so but this is fairly slow going because it's really shallow. There's loads of weed. I keep having to, you'll notice with the boat pole here, I keep having to drag stuff off the rudder, not the prop, the rudder. And I know as soon as I put on a little bit of power, I can feel, you can see what it's doing to the, shouldn't get that. So at times I was fighting with the tiller and I pulled so far 2 huge chunks of weed, that long shitty yucky weed, off the rudder. I'm possibly, when we stop for lunch, gonna pop the weed hatch up and see what we've got on the propeller. But I don't mind it being a little bit slow going, it's okay. In fact, it's one of those things where you don't even need a lot of power on the engine because you're not actually going to go any faster. You can sometimes feel the bottom. And again, why is that, boys and girls? Well, you know the answer. It's because the Canal and River Trust don't do dredging. So in fact there's a few bits here we can't see at the moment where you can actually see, just you can see the bottom, and I can feel it sometimes, especially some of these bends. You have to take the line on the bend really carefully. But I know if I took the power off now, I'd just stop really quickly because there's just no real buoyancy in the channel here. Good job we're not in a rush then. This is pretty grim. It's not just shallow and not just got a lot of this, I don't know whether this is duckweed or slime or whatever it is, but an half difficult going at times. And just back here I could feel it scraping right along the bottom, and on the other side I could actually see the bottom, because usually on a bend you'll avoid this bit because that's where the build-up happens, but back there it was it was on both, so even mid-channel. And what was interesting, there was a broadbeam trip boat came past and he was really having a tough time, and I had to pull right over. It was obviously near a bridge on a bend, and I just turned the power off and just kind of like sat there, because there's no way I was just going to be able to manoeuvre. So I just rested to allow him to pass, and the look of relief on his face when I did so. But this is really kind of pretty fucking foul stuff. It's not the nicest of boating, is this? And I'm definitely gonna have a look on the prop when we stop off for lunch. Where's the bloody sunshine gone? That's the other thing. We've done that one, but we haven't done that one. Very nice artwork. Aye. Right, I'm just going to stop under this bridge for a minute and see if I can clear some of the crap off rudder. Oh, you can't see the huge chunk of weed that I just I didn't have to use the boat pole. I just put the engine in reverse a little bit, wiggled the rudder, stopped the engine, just let the boat drift, and it all just floated away. If only it was always that easy. Hello? Hello? Is it right? Yes, you are. Who'd want to live next door? This is why I want a telephone box. I've got the post box, but I need a telephone box. Someone, please get me a telephone box to go on quayside at the boathouse. We got a boat coming through the bridge. Of course we have. It's looking a little bit more tired now. When we first came past, that was freshly painted in nice bright postbox red, or GPO red as it used to be called. It's definitely looking a bit tired now, but then so's our letterbox. Oh, these are the visitors' moorings. That's nice, isn't it? Fucking hell. Well done, CRT. That's a masterpiece of maintenance, is that? Oh, superb maintenance, look. Absolutely wonderful maintenance there. CRT. Beautiful, it's a real credit to you. And that is going to collapse at some point as well. Anyone comes through here in the next couple of years, you'll probably find that's collapsed just like that. It's just outstanding, the lack of maintenance. But CRT, obviously, you know, because they're a well-being charity, a wellness charity. Yeah. That's about to go. Oh Christ, look at this. Maintenance? What do you mean, maintenance? That really is just terrible. Absolute disgrace. One might ask, what do the Canal and River Trust do apart from make life difficult for boaters, make life difficult for people up towpath, obviously, because that's all about to crumble in. Obviously, yeah, they like cyclists and walkers and fisher persons. I just, yeah, you have to ask, are they really so dead from the neck up? We've just passed today's first illegal hirer. Oh dear, they didn't even try and hide it. Anyway, this is a nice novel way to get your lock gates closed. Look, we got the thingy and thingy there, and then there's a thingy and what's it here. So that, never mind, I know what I mean. They didn't have much of a clue, I think it's true to say, or a map. So they tried telling me this was the last lock. I said no, there's another one, but there was a guy who came down to open the lock gates. I don't know why they think they want both lock gates open, but oh well. Why bother following all the regulations and doing things properly, eh? Why don't you just hire your boat, put the money in your pocket, and give a shit about safety or insurance? I've kind of lost count of how many we've seen in this trip, and Canal River Trust just don't really seem to care. There's a surprise. Bridge 99A of the Leeds Liverpool. 99A. You know what that means, boys and girls? It means we are not far away from Bridge 101. Oh, it's very strange, you know. It's now just gone 5, just under Blackburn, flight of 6 locks. We don't really seem to have gone very far today, but it seems to have been a long day to not really go very far. Anyway, we are coming up to, it is tradition, every canal we do, as you know, you might not know, you will know in a second, I always try to capture Bridge 101. Other people will know why I try to capture Bridge 101. This is Grimshaw Park Bridge on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal at Blackburn. Bridge 101. Grimshaw. Now then, that's a right good kind of Lancastrian name, isn't it? Grimshaw. Who was that comedian who used to do the thing? Oh, Mr. Grimshaw. Oh, Norman Wisdom. I think. I'm fairly sure that Mr. Grimshaw was a character either played by or in one of some of Norman Wisdom's films. And I think it's strange. He was really popular in somewhere like Romania or something. I can't remember the exact details, but anyway, this is Grimshaw Park Bridge, and it is Bridge 101. Oops, sorry, frame it properly. Bridge 101. Thank you very much. I'm sure it's Norman Wisdom. Was it Norman Wisdom? Grimshaw? I don't know, anyway. This is last time we came through here, you know. It was 12, 13, 14, I don't know, lots of years ago. And it was really grim. Like, really grim. But now, it's got a completely different feel to it. It actually feels quite I said regenerated, or I don't know, it just feels different. Doesn't feel as grim. Sure. Oh, see what I did there? Wasn't intentional. So yes, just after 5. I am not sure we're going to be going a huge distance further. Probably get out of the towny area a little bit, I should think, and more somewhere a little bit more quieter. That'll put it at. I've no idea where we're going to moor. I don't think Charlotte does either. That looks private. I suppose the other alternative is we just carry on. What time we set off? I think we set off at about 11, so we've only really done 6 hours so far. Would have been a nice little mooring under there. Now that looks, I don't know, that looks Caribbean, doesn't it? I wonder what's in there. There, oh, that's me, look. You see me in the reflection. Anyway, oh dear. It's a nice building. Oh look, I'm back on buildings. That's got to be a bar or a restaurant or something, isn't it? It smells amazing. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's what the boathouse needs. As if it's not eccentric enough. Yeah, so I've no idea. It's a bar, restaurant, something or other. Lovely, eh? How about that? Right, onward then. Just had a look on Mr. Google with the aid of Mr. Google's maps, and that was indeed a Caribbean restaurant called Calypso. And as you do when you look on Mr. Google's maps, you also have the opportunity to go and look at some of the photos of their food. Oh, it looks so good. Could easily just back up, reverse all the way back up, more outside, and oh, it's not going to happen now, is it? Haven't we all sealed holes in our historic building with monkey spunk? Where would we be without expanding foam, boys and girls? Simon need not answer that. I want to go back to Calypso. That's more like it in terms of historic buildings, historic canal side buildings. These are the sort of buildings that Lancashire and Yorkshire were renowned for in industrial revolution. Granada television. At least the building's still there. People often sort of like complain. There's like Carbrook Hall in Sheffield. I think I've mentioned this before. Historic hall in Sheffield is now a Starbucks drive-through, and everyone kind of like complained about it and said how bad that was. But here's the reality, you know, the building's still there. And that is oozing history. I must stop being an architecture bore. I'll go back to slagging off CRT in a minute, don't panic. This is a lovely building though, isn't it? You can't deny that is a lovely building. Another interesting building. Now I remember this film last time. Don't remember that lot. How strange is that? I mean, obviously it hasn't been built since then. Well, I wouldn't have thought so anyway, but how? And we've got a sunny evening. We're still going as well. It's 10 to 6. Charlotte shows no sign of stopping. She is running on Duracells. I don't mind. It's a nice enough evening. Look at this. That beeping is because the alternator's not charging because revs are too low. If I speed the revs up, it will stop. This is so... Obviously, I do need to get a grip on this alternator jobby. It's not done too bad though. It's probably, I think it came with the engine, so that's 15, 16, 17 years, I don't know. It's done alright. It's me that over there. Shadow's making me look fatter than I actually am. Obviously. Yes, we're still going, boys and girls. At just gone 6. Didn't seem like an hour ago when. Anyway, yes. That strange time vacuum, what is bobbing along on canal. I'm not sure what birds they are, but it's a lovely noise, isn't it, as they're coming into roost at the end of the day. We're moored. Oh, I've no idea. I don't know where. I'll put it in the thing below, a link to the What 3 Words. It's right next to a big fuck off retail park. But it's Sunday evening, so it's not going to be right busy. It's nice enough, peaceful enough. There's a little, sounds like a stream, but it's not. It's probably some kind of overflow. But there we go. Another day over. We got here about 6:30. It's now 20 to 7:45, something like that. Charlotte's gone back to get the car. I'm expecting her back within the next 30-45 minutes. That's it for another day. Sunday. Charlotte's working from home tomorrow on boat. There's no more locks, so be a nice gentle cruise tomorrow. Until then, whatever you're doing, do it safely. Cheers.